Hey, welcome back to the recap we got going on here for the Wednesday. So we're already in the middle of the week, guys, and price action has been crazy. But let's go ahead and dig into it because I know you guys like to just see what happened today and what can we do ourselves, right? So let's jump into the 15-minute like we always do because that's our anchor chart that we always use. You can see we have our levels on here like we always do. These are the triggers. Kubroto.com gives them to us. This is the daily support down here and our daily resistance way up here. We also have the weekly volume area high that's sitting right here in the same zone. So pretty interesting day. What's really interesting is how the last 24 hours cycled out, and then how it's kind of strange actually, to be honest, how the U.S. market kind of played out with us today. So we had the market opened up here on this vertical line, just to help you give us some reference here in the morning. It already gave you the break, and then it gave you the confirmation candle. So you're already in on this candle right here in the 15-minute. Now, that to be honest, that actually does try kind of a red flag, typically in the market, of like, "Ooh, what's going on? I'll be careful." But you got to trade the system. So the system said, "Hey, it's time to go." Possibly. Obviously, it's in upward motion. Basically, you had the breakout. You want to see the back test, or is it going to start pulling back up into this area? You did have the 200 there and the 21. You're below both of them. That's perfect. You're in the bearish already attitude. The overall market was calling more bearish from the last 24 hours. There's some little secret sauce that we have in Kubroto.com that would tell you that you need to watch out this area all down through here and really be tight on your drops down, because the overall market was telling you that it does want the bigger time frames, want to take it back up right now. Mainly it's just a pullback behavior right now is what the longer time frames are calling, but we'll see. All we do is trade by day by day. So you can see this wicked out and then wicked up and hit the trigger again, and I like how it snapped up and they came right back. Now that's not a very strong when you're looking at the 5-minute and you're looking at momentum and energy. It's not the pause type candle, or it went up and paused. It would have been nice if it floated up here for 2 or 3 candles and then snapped down, but it didn't. It came right back up, closed, and snapped. So you didn't quite get that confirmation, but you could have actually traded that if you wanted. What I liked was this candle right here, and that's because it came up back up through this 21 and it floated, snapped up, and then it floated on through. So for myself, this is what I've been looking for. This was the push down, really, and then this was your back test, and there's your energy candle. That long wick up like that, after it took all this hard run up, it didn't really truly pause in the movement, but yet it did. I'm not going to get into too much detail trying to explain that, but you'll start to learn that if you trade quite a bit. If you don't understand it, that's where the Kubroto GPT could kick in. You could have asked it for a lot of this, and it would have gave you a lot of information on this area. So to give you an idea, I want to see that break back down below the 21. That's always my rule. If I'm going to trade down, then I want it underneath the 21. If I'm going to be trading up, I want it on top. Obviously, in whatever direction, if it goes the opposite, I'm going to get out at the 21. So it just keeps it easy. For this trade, myself, I would have put the stop right here. You basically would have got nailed out on one drop. And the reason why is because I'm just going to trade to the resistance. It already broke through it. More than likely, it's going to bounce on it, and I would just take a quick little and head it out. And the reason why I'm in here is because the 15-minute gave you the 2 candle closes right. We had the back test here. This is a potential back test of an entry. There's nothing wrong with that if you decided to do that. You could have traded that no problem. That would not have been a bad deal. Something like that. And then you could have easily traded this down the same place. Anytime you have hard resistance like this, or hard support, I always like to just get out. Sometimes they have continuation. This could have traded on down. I would have got back in right here and kept going. Think about this as like you're running through, it doesn't really matter where you're running. You're running through somewhere and there's a wall in front of you that's made of glass, right? You're not sure, is the glass in there or not? Do I want to run right through the glass, or do I want to slow down and put my hand out and be like, oh yeah, there's glass in there? Think of the trade that way. It's running down at full speed. You know what? I'm going to get off before it slams into it. If it slams into it and breaks it, all right, well, it's going to come back and be like, whoa, what just happened? And then I'm going to get back in and keep going. So think of it that way. So that's why these are always hard areas, just to say, hey, I'm going to make life easier for me. I'm going to get out. That's exactly what you're doing here. So yeah, you could have done this one. This is a nice little pop that you could have got into. Again, you didn't get that float pause in the 5 minute for the retracement, but hey, it still was a nice little wick. It pulled right back to that trigger. It gave it the break. You could have got in maybe a little more down and right in here, right? As it was breaking through, maybe even a little lower. It doesn't really matter. Boom, boom, you're out within 5, 10, 15 minutes. You made 1-to-1. That's $100. If that's what you put on $100, you would have made $100, whatever. The same thing here though. You would have made another 0.8. So another 80. So today you've been up $180 if that's how you want to do the math. Both times if you didn't do what I said and you just said, hey, I'm going to let this thing run, I'm going to make a 3-to-1 or whatever you decide to do. This is just going to rip. You can see that it snapped through there and then came right back through. This is the candle I like for myself. You would have got out right here on the 21 again. So that would have been a 0.5. And you get out right here on this. It would have been a 0.3. Still not a bad day. Green in the account. Hey, come on. That's what you want. Green in the account. And why are you in this? Because you're trading the system where the structure has been developed for you. And now you can execute the trade. So that is the point of what we do here at Kubroto.com is we help you build the structure, understand the structure. It's the same thing every single day. When the structure interacts, things happen, and then you're executing when it says you can execute. We have tools in the system that help this to become really easy for you. Everything that I'm telling you right now is from those tools that you can watch. If you don't understand, like I said, we have a GPT that'll help you out. The rest of the day, though, you did not get this. This right here, you can see that it didn't get this nice snap candle. It just gave you a little float candle. It wasn't telling you that this was a good entry to trade down on. You can see this was a very choppy day. This was a given. Anybody within Kubroto.com knew this was going to be the choppy day because the system was telling you that the bigger boys do not want to go down. So be careful is what was said. So for another reason why I took quick snaps and just took a little bit of money. It's nice to be able to make, just under $200 in a matter of 30 minutes. But each their own, that's why we always say you are the trader. We just help you build structure, and that way you can take advantage of it. But that's about it, guys. I'm going to go ahead and leave you with this. Gave you exactly what you wanted. Go ahead and like and subscribe. Hang out. Check out Kubroto.com. It's in our YouTube screen name. It's in our descriptions. It's all over the place. That's who we are. That's what we do. We're here to help out people. We're just guys that are hanging out, talking on the screen. And we want to help people out that are just like us, struggling traders. Definitely with us, we've moved beyond that, and that's why, because we finally figured out, hey, you know what, you need to be patient, wait for the structure to set up. When it sets up, trading, that's the easiest part. That is the last thing that you need to worry about is getting on a trade. You need to learn how to read structure. The trade is the last thing in the process. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, and now I get to trade? Awesome. So putting on the trade is the easiest part. I know it doesn't sound like it, but it is. I mean, obviously going in the software, going in the exchange and doing it, hey, you got to learn that component. But to put on the trade and know, hey, I know this is where it should go, that's the easiest part. Anyways, that is about it, and I'll just leave it at that. So, guys, we'll see you in the next recap, and we'll talk to you soon. Have happy trading. Talk to you later.